Hello, great to see you and welcome to my channel. My name is Teacher Verity. I am making YouTube videos relating to biology tutorial. I believe all my research about that will somehow help you can find the most suitable materials for your reference. And I hope my sharing can help you can get more useful knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to update every news videos. The previous tutorial page noticed the emergence of the protists, the organisms that possessed a distinct cell nucleus and contains organelles within its cell structure. One other important aspect of their up-and-coming species was the existence of the mitochondria, the size of ATP creation in human cells and ribosomes. Cells evolution. The mitochondria are present in both animal and plant cells in today's world, suggesting that the revival of the mitochondria and the evolutionary chain was slightly before recognizable taxonomical differences between animals and plants. The mitochondria is unique in the sense that the organelles contain its own DNA, which is derived from its parents. Naturally, as the mitochondria are responsible for the breakdowns of organic molecules to release energy, respiration. This DNA was responsible for the reactions involved to do this. The remarkable things about mitochondria is their striking similarity to that of a species of the amoeba, where the structures of the two are very similar. In this particular species of amoeba, symbiotic bacteria enact what a mitochondria do in more advanced cell structures. The end of this symbiotic relationships no doubt increase parasitism. Due to the fact that cells now possess their own energy supply, they can be exposed and eradicated by the pathogens of time. Organelle diversities. Although geological records of this period are sketchy, to say the least, evidence suggests that organelles continued to diversities in this period, further differentiating the taxons that we used today to class them. Hair-like structures called cilia and flagella were developing in some species, allowing them to move with wind and water currents. This general progression and diversification have led to the range of functions the cell organelles perform in modern organisms. Organelles' similarity. The most unusual thing about nature is its repetition of the particular characteristic across a broad band of species. Such a situation arises when looking at the development of an unicellular organisms at the time. The organelles developing within these species all have structural similarities in relation to function. As in this example above, the mitochondria on the single cells is very similar to that of an entire species, yet mitochondria are found in most all forms of organisms that have existed on Earth. A principal relationship is notable in the evolution of these organisms. In one instance, they become more similar either because the similarities is an advantage or because the environmental pressure was forcing natural selection and thus the species to evolve in this way. On the other hand, organisms were diversifying to occupy previous sterile environments, therefore adapting to better suit their new environment. On the other hand of this, other organisms, as above, would adapt closer to them due to less competition in these habitats and natural selection, favoring a more move to this environment. In other words, nature at this time, both parasites and unicellular organisms were more and less in equilibrium, continuing to expand but also moving closer in relation to other organisms. Life continued to change into the Cambrian period of half a billion years ago. The timeline continues into the Cambrian period on the next tutorial's guide of the timeline. So here is some kind of the quiz, and you should spread true and false in case that you find it is true or false. First, all cells possess Mitochondria. 2. In human cells, the mitochondrions is the major site of ATP synthesis. 3. Mitochondria have their own genetic material. 4. Organic molecules are broken down to synthesize energy through cell respiration. 5. The diversification of the organelles through time resulted in the existence of a wide range of cellular functions.